you see if it is going to be? Well, it looks like it's Dubois versus Usyk next. How do you see that fight playing out?
It's a difficult one actually. I think Dubois could beat him. Usyk's not getting any younger, is he? He's an old man really, and he's not an heavyweight really. I'd give Dubois a big chance.
Dave Allen didn't hold back when talking about the possible fight between Dubois and Usyk. He thinks this fight will be a real challenge for Usyk, especially since the Ukrainian fighter is getting older. In Allen's opinion, Usyk is almost an old man now, and to be honest, he's not even a true heavyweight. That alone gives Dubois a big chance to pull off an upset. Usyk's skills and movement have always been his biggest strengths, but facing a bigger and stronger opponent could be a real test for him. Allen believes Dubois has what it takes to wear Usyk down, especially if he keeps up the pressure. Since Usyk has shown signs of slowing down, this fight might not be as one-sided as many people think. If Dubois plays his cards right, he could cause a major upset in the heavyweight division. Now let's hear what Chris Billam-Smith and other boxing experts think about the Usyk versus Daniel Dubois fight.
So that's quite clear, fairly unequivocal, that they're not looking for the Joseph Parker fight. They are instead looking for, the bigger prize, if you like, the undisputed heavyweight title fight against Oleksandr Usyk.
It's crystal clear. Joseph Parker is no longer in the picture. The only focus now is the undisputed heavyweight title fight against Oleksandr Usyk. No doubts, no distractions. This is the fight that truly matters. Even though Usyk has been dominant, he's starting to slow down, and that's where the opportunity is. The hunger for the championship is stronger than ever, and nothing else will do. Parker may be a good fighter, but he's not the ultimate goal. The mission is bigger, the stakes are higher, and the plan is simple. Defeat Usyk and take the throne. The heavyweight division is about to witness a war, and only absolute victory will be enough. Now let's hear what Chris Billam-Smith and other boxing experts have to say about this high-stakes showdown.
I'm just a fan, right? But for me, I wanted to see Usyk fight fresh faces. Usyk has only got a couple of fights left, and it would have been really good if he had given, say, Parker a shot at the belts that he has, and then given Caballel a shot at the belts. I think that would have just been better. As a fan, it would have made me feel as though I was really seeing something. Seeing the Dubois rematch, truly speaking, doesn't excite me.
As a fan, it feels like Usyk should be facing new opponents. He only has a few fights left, and it would have been much more exciting if he had given Joseph Parker a shot at the belts. After that, someone like Caballel could have had a chance too. That would have made the matchups feel more meaningful, with real stakes for the titles. But the Dubois rematch just doesn't bring the same excitement. Fans want to see Usyk take on fresh challenges, and it feels like his legacy could have been even greater with different opponents. This rematch lacks that same intensity, and it's hard to get hyped when we know there are more interesting fights out there. Can Dubois overcome Usyk's technical skills and pull off an upset? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video.
Wasn't it after he left gym? So yeah, I think with Daniel, it's confidence now, and I think it's a mindset thing. He's got a great chin, Daniel. But yeah, that first, it was almost like a tiredness why he got stopped in the first fight. He expended a lot of energy, but Usyk's good at doing that and making people burn more energy than they want to. But yeah, Daniel could do it. He had success in the first fight.
Chris Billam-Smith doesn't hold back when talking about Daniel Dubois' chances in the rematch with Usyk. According to him, it all comes down to Dubois' mindset. His confidence has grown, and that could make a big difference. Billam-Smith says Dubois has a rock-solid chin, which is exactly what he needs against a fighter like Usyk. In the first fight, Dubois burned too much energy, which led to his stoppage. But let's be real. Usyk is a master at making his opponents waste their energy. Still, Billam-Smith believes Dubois has the potential to do the impossible. He had moments of success in the first fight, and with a smarter game plan and better pacing, he could shock everyone and prove that Usyk isn't unbeatable. The big question is, can Dubois adapt and turn the tide, or will Usyk once again prove he's in a class of his own?
But Usyk is a master in the end. His mind's very, very good, but Daniel could definitely do it, but I wouldn't, my pick would always be Usyk.
does it? How does he do it?
Just in terms of, he'd have to just stick it on him, and that's always the game plan with Usyk is try and use your size. But Daniel's good at, his body shots were good in the first fight. Usyk really doesn't like body shots. I think we've seen that in through his career.
Chris Billam-Smith doesn't hold back when praising Usyk's skills, calling his mind incredibly sharp and his tactics flawless. However, he isn't counting Daniel Dubois out just yet. While Billam-Smith would always favor Usyk, he sees a way for Dubois to break through. To win, Dubois needs to keep the pressure on Usyk and never let up. Usyk's strategy is built on using his size and technical skill to dominate, but there's one clear weakness: body shots. In their first fight, Usyk visibly struggled when Dubois targeted his body, and that could be the key. If Dubois keeps landing powerful shots in that area, he might just disrupt Usyk's control. It's clear that Dubois has the potential to challenge the Ukrainian, but the big question is, will his relentless aggression be enough to take down a master like Usyk?
He also says, Dubois, I know you're in the conversation of Dubois. Usyk. What do you do with your partner?
There's lots of things there to be done, and we will do them. I mean, there's no doubt about that. There's lots of sorry, I can't hear it. There's lots of things that we can look at, lots of permutations, and we'll get there at the end of the day with a really good fight for Joe. I mean, he's on the Queensbury team, and we'll make sure we deliver for him.
On the other hand, Frank Warren didn't waste any time addressing the growing buzz around Oleksandr Usyk. He made it clear that he's committed to making the biggest fights happen. Warren assured fans that there are multiple options on the table for Usyk, and no matter what happens next, a massive showdown is coming. He understands the challenges involved, but is confident he can make it work. He also promised that with the right approach, Usyk will get the fight he deserves, an elite-level battle that will grab the attention of the boxing world. With Queensbury Promotions backing it, Warren is fully focused on delivering major events, with Usyk's next big fight being his top priority. It all comes down to perfect timing, smart strategy, and making that dream fight a reality. One thing is for sure, the best is yet to come.
We have one question.
One?
It's one.
Okay.
Do you want to fight Daniel Dubois next?
Yes, I wanna.
Will that happen?
What?
Will it happen next?
Good, one question.
What did you make a Parker become?
Meanwhile, Oleksandr Usyk didn't hold back when asked about a potential fight with Joseph Parker. He made it clear, he's more than ready for the challenge. No hesitation, no vague answers, just pure confidence. The heavyweight division is heating up, and with Parker making a big statement, Usyk now has another serious threat in front of him. But the big question is, will this fight happen next, or will Parker have to wait? With the heavyweight division constantly changing, one thing is certain. If this fight happens, it's going to be an all-out war.
But I think he would give Oleksandr Usyk plenty to think about, plenty he could deal with. He seems to be hitting a bit harder these days as well. So Joe Parker versus Usyk, it would be an interesting fight. I've never seen it. So I really could think, okay, anything could happen. It's heavyweight boxing. Parker is a very, very good heavyweight.
Joseph Parker is starting to look like a real threat to Oleksandr Usyk, and this could make Usyk rethink his entire strategy. Parker's power has been steadily increasing, and it's becoming impossible to ignore. With each fight, he's hitting harder than ever, which could give Usyk plenty to think about ahead of this potential showdown. On the other hand, this matchup would be a spectacle, a clash of Parker's raw strength against Usyk's tactical brilliance. Parker has always been a solid heavyweight, but now, with a surge in power and confidence, he's a completely different fighter. This fight has all the makings of a classic. If Parker brings his best to the ring, we might witness the upset the entire heavyweight division has been waiting for.
Dubois Usyk, why don't they step up and let him fight? But listen, I don't pay the money. It's not my, it's if they want that. But I don't like that. I think it's wrong. I think Joe should be given he'll get a fight. He'll get a fight.
Meanwhile, Spencer Brown couldn't hide his frustration, and it's clear why. He's seen the politics at play, and he's not happy about it. Instead of giving Joseph Parker the fight he's clearly earned, some in the boxing world are pushing their own agendas, keeping real competition out of reach. Why aren't the so-called top names stepping up? Why is Parker being overlooked after proving himself in such dominant fashion? Brown isn't the one making the financial decisions, but he's not afraid to speak his mind. To him, this is all about politics, and it stinks. Parker has earned his shot at the biggest names in the sport, yet behind-the-scenes deals keep blocking his path. Still, Brown is confident that Parker's next big fight is coming. The question is, will the sport finally do the right thing, or will corrupt decision-makers rob him of what he deserves?
I told you what I felt about him, and I felt that Martin, who very bravely took the fight at short notice. Obviously he got well paid, but it was Joe's night, and Joe took the fight and that opportunity in style and delivered in big.
On the other hand, Frank Warren didn't hold back when praising Joseph Parker's dominant performance. While he gave credit to Martin Bacole's bravery for stepping in on short notice, there was no denying that this was Parker's night. Parker didn't just win, he dominated. He seized the opportunity in style and reminded everyone why he belongs among the elite. The way he controlled the fight left no room for doubt. Warren saw firsthand how Parker took charge and made a statement when it mattered most. With such an impressive performance, Parker has firmly put himself in the world title conversation. Now the entire boxing world is waiting to see what's next for him. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more boxing updates.